All right, so I did like the tiniest of slideshows, but basically just to give you guys a visual and like if you want to take notes on just what's on the slides, I can post the slides in the group after if you want. But basically, I know you guys know for the most part what your cold market is. They are the people that you don't know, that you haven't made connections with, that you literally like have never talked to. And I know, Daniela, you were saying that like you don't like you avoid your warm market. I avoid my warm market like the plague. Like even if they comment on my stuff, even if they like my stuff, I'm like, like you can come to me and ask. And like I never ever talk to them, which is probably why I've grown like my business solely on cold market because I don't like talking to people that I know. So don't feel like that's like a weakness because a lot of people are like that. It's some people it's easier to talk to the people that they know. Other people it's easier to talk to the people that they don't know. For me, it's the same. I don't like to talk to people that I know. But basically, we're gonna go over where you find people, how you can effectively turn your cold market people into your warm market people, and then what do you say to them? Like, where does the conversation go once you have added them to your network? Is that kind of what you wanted me to go over, Anna? Okay. So I will share my screen. Literally, these slides are just to keep me on talking point, but hopefully they help you guys too. Hang on a second. Okay. Can you guys see this? Okay.
Yep.
So okay, I have no idea how to play this. So we're just gonna look at it like this. Okay. So I already went over that. So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is actually like adding people. So in your power hour, you guys should have it listed to be doing things roughly in threes. So you're posting 3 times a day, you're adding people 3 times a day, or like 3 people a day, you're inviting 3 people a day. Everything happens in threes. And when you are adding cold market people, the 3 posts that you're doing a day are very, very important. And that's where having your Facebook page public is very key as well. Because when you add somebody, just like when somebody adds you, you probably creep them and figure out like, who the hell are you? Why are you coming to me? Before you accept their friend request, unless you know them. So if somebody comes to your profile and everything's blocked out and they can't see that you have any other friends and they can't see that you've posted and they can't see like anything, they're not going to accept your friend request. But if your Facebook page is public, you are posting frequently and they can go through and be like, oh, well, this girl's pretty cool. Like she is into health and fitness and she's a mom and she has this and that, whatever. They're more likely to accept your friend request without debating who you are, what you're about, or like feeling like you're sketchy. In the beginning of my business, when I wasn't as consistent, I would always get those like, do I know you type messages. I still get them from the odd person. I actually got like a really unreal, crazy message the other day. They'll happen, like it will happen. But if you are consistent, you're going to get those less frequently because people are going to know more of what you're about before they even accept your friend request. So that's where being consistent is very important. You want to be constantly in the face of the people that you're already like that are already in your market, and then you want to be in the face of people that you're adding to your market. And then that rings true with adding value. If somebody comes to your page and they just see that you like share stuff all the time and that you're like posting politics and how you hate Donald Trump, they probably like aren't going to want to be friends with you because they're not going to connect with you. So you want to be adding value to them. You want to be talking about things that people will relate to. It doesn't have to be like a recipe all the time or a tip for getting fit or whatever, but like adding value can be your story. Like whatever your story is, share that. And the people that you're adding that have no idea what you're about will know what you're about before they even talk to you. So that's like crucial. I actually was watching like videos all day yesterday while I was playing with my kids. I like put it on YouTube on my TV and literally just like sat and watched videos the whole day. And one of the videos that I watched was about your story and how your business relies on the story that you have. And when you are talking to people, everybody can be a coach specifically because of their story. So no matter how much I might have in common with anybody on the call or anybody that is part of the Shine Dynasty or Bonnie herself, no matter what I have in common with them, I have my own story and I have something that people are going to relate to. Am I echoing?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is going on? I hear myself. So basically, when it comes to you sharing your story is unique to whoever it is that's in your market. And you want to capitalize on that. You want to make it so that people are coming to you for your story. So share that consistently for your warm and your cold market. And make sure that people can see it, because if they can't see it, then it's useless. So add 3 to 5 people a day, be consistent with your posts, and then make sure that you're adding value. Make sure that people know what you're about, who you are, before they even talk to you. So if they get in a conversation with you, they kind of already feel like they know you, even if they don't. So now, where do you find these people? Like, where on earth do you go to look for them? Okay, so when I started, I had less than 200 friends on Facebook. I deleted literally everyone from high school. I was not interested in anything remotely related to being even close to people that I had known before. So I reduced my friends list to like almost no one. And that wasn't like just prior to becoming a coach. That was like just after high school. So I had to build my friends list over the last 13 months in order to build my business. So most of my market is cold market. I went from like, I don't know, 150 friends, let's say, to like almost 1,600 in 13 months. Now, I did that through friends of friends. So when you're on your Facebook, you can actually go to the friends section and it will say suggestions, and you can pull up all the people that are friends of your friends that Facebook thinks that potentially you would click with. One thing that I hate about that is often I get people that are into like the Juice Plus or Plexus or It Works, and I hate adding people like that. I hate just seeing that on my feed all the time. So I don't. I just like try to, sometimes they don't include it, so I try really hard to like creep their Facebook pages to find out if they're into any other MLM company or network marketing or whatever, because I just don't want to be spammed with stuff. That's a personal preference. If you feel like you might connect with somebody, then by all means add them as a friend. But friends of friends, I will go if there's somebody that was a challenger or a coach, or not a coach, a challenger, like somebody that I thought would be a challenger that was like, this is absolutely not for me, like don't talk to me again kind of thing. I'll actually go into their friends, because originally I thought that we'd click or like they would do really well. Oftentimes it's something within themselves, so they come back to me later. But I'll go into their friends list and literally pull up like, their 300 friends and go through and see if there's anybody on there that I connect with. Another way to add to your cold market is to pick 5 things that you're interested in and then search for groups related to that. So I'm in mom groups. I'm in mom fitness groups. I am in, what else am I in? C-section mom groups. If you don't know the theme, I'm in a lot of mom groups, mostly because that's my market. I don't really connect with people that don't have kids, because I have 3 and they run your life when you're a mom. So I focus a lot on that. When we got our puppy last year, I was in dog training groups and that breed type group. You can literally, like, if you're into fashion, if you're into fitness, if you're into a specific sport, if you want to learn something, this is so stupid, but you would be surprised where you find people that you connect with. You know those like adult coloring books? I'm in a group. I never go in there, like, ever, but I've actually connected with people that are in there, or like a Disney group. So like people that are like obsessed with Disney, I'm in a group for that. But you can find different areas of your life or your interest that you will connect with people, and just post in there, ask questions. People love to give their opinion. So even if you really don't care what their opinion is at that moment, you might find somebody that you're like, oh yeah, we connect. Just be present and talk to people. It's like this whole business is about relationships. So the only way that you're going to draw people from a group that you're in to your Facebook page as a friend is through connecting with them. So definitely with groups, I would say, write down a list of things that you're interested in, and then just search in like the search bar on Google, or not Google, on Facebook. And it'll pull up a ton of different groups that you can add yourself to. Just be present in them, comment on stuff, like stuff, interact with people, write down people's names that you think that you would connect with, and try interacting with them more often, and then add them as a friend later on. You might also find that people will add you as a friend if you're adding more value to the group, or to them in particular, like if you're paying more attention to like their posts, their questions, that kind of thing. Another thing that I've been doing recently is going to pages. So like Jillian Michaels, for example, I'll use that as an example because I've done that. Going to her like page and commenting and being present on there, you'll often find people that you would connect with that are into the same kinds of things. They're into what we do. You're going to find people that you can actually like genuinely have a conversation with, that you can then pull towards a challenge group or towards coaching or whatever. But you want to be bringing them value. So not just being like spammy and, hey, come be a coach, but like interacting in whatever it is that somebody's posting. So if I know a lot of people follow like, what the hell's her name? It's like Blogilates or something, and she does like fitness videos all the time. She is like attracts tons of moms. There's tons of like mom pages. You could literally it's endless, the amount of pages that you could go to. There's another coach who actually, part of her power hour is to go and comment and like and be present as her business page. So you can change who it is that's posting, like your profile or your business page on other like pages. And she actually goes as part of her power hour and posts as her fitness page, to get people drawn away from that page and onto her page, kind of thing. So yeah, those are the 3 best ways. Other ways that people have gotten cold market, it obviously would take a little bit longer, is YouTube. If you are into making videos or, recording your workouts or talking about random stuff, or if you're making videos for your teams or you're making videos for your challengers or whatever, make a YouTube channel and just post all of that stuff onto your YouTube channel, even if you're not using that link and drawing it back to wherever you're posting it. Put it in both places, because if somebody searches, like let's say you're doing the 21-day fix and you want to post that workout, if you write like 21-day fix total body cardio or whatever, and somebody looks that up, they're going to start seeing that you are on YouTube, and tons of coaches get challengers and coaches from their videos. So that's another place that you can pull cold market. Obviously, it's a little like it's not something that you could necessarily go out and find people, but if you're adding value to other social media areas, you're going to draw other people in. Another way to get cold market is if you have a like page and you boost your page for likes, you can draw more people to your page and boost the likes on your page. And that will give you more people to connect with because it tells you who likes your page, and you can, if they're part of your market and think that they would be a good match for you, you can add them as a friend and start talking to them. And then eventually, as your page gets more likes, you can boost ads and then get people that way as well. Now, once you have these people and they've come to your page and you're friends with them or whatever, what do you talk about? What do you, like, how do you get them from, like, not being a friend to being a friend to being, like, not just somebody that's on your Facebook, but, like, somebody that you have a relationship with? So you never, ever, ever want to just, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. I wondered if you'd want to be in, like, my challenge group. Like, if they accept your friend request, you can be like, hey, like, I'm so happy that you accepted my friend request. I saw you on, like, wherever, or, like, we connected here, or we're mutual friends with whoever. And, like, I really thought that we would connect. I see you have kids, and find something, like, find a starter conversation area if you want to message them right away. I don't generally message people right away unless they have liked, like, sometimes if somebody likes your posts, like one of your friends, if your posts are public, the people that they're friends with will see it. And I've had people like my posts or comment on my stuff that I'm actually not friends with. So I'll add them and then reach out to them right away, just thanking them for the support and, like, whatever. But otherwise, I don't message people right away. I kind of give them time to, like, see what I'm about, and I go and like their stuff and comment on their stuff, and I'm present within their pages and what their life is about. I just want to learn about who they are. So then after I have gone and liked their stuff, commented on their stuff, that's when I will eventually go and talk to them. So, and that isn't like a, hey, join my challenge group. Generally, if they have liked a transformation, so if I post, like yesterday, I posted a transformation photo. Anybody that likes it, anybody that comments on it, I actually will reach out to them and I will thank them for it, because it is really nerve-wracking and I want people to know, especially because I focus a lot on my challengers, and that's where, I want to draw my coaches from. It's hard to take a before picture, and it doesn't get easier. Like, it's not like all of a sudden you're at your goal weight and then you gain 5 pounds and it's like, oh yeah, well, I used to weigh like 85 pounds more than this, so it's not that bad. No, before picture is a before picture. And I bring that to light in that conversation, because if they're not a challenger of mine, they're going to be scared to take a before picture. They're going to be, probably not happy that I'm asking them to take a before picture. So I always bring up, like, hey, like, even though this picture is not at my heaviest, or even though I've posted them before, like, it doesn't get any easier, but it's really nice to have the support from you guys and from people that are around me, because it makes me feel like I can at least show you guys that it's possible. So I just thank them. And that's a conversation starter. I ask them at the end if they have any goals of their own. And sometimes that's our first conversation. That's the only thing that we've ever talked about. But it's not like I just came out and was like, hey, join my challenge group. They connected with me in some way, and then I'm reaching out to them. Another thing that you want to do is talk to them about something that you guys have in common. So if you are a mom, or if you have a dog, or if they've recently gotten married, or whatever, like, literally go on their profile and find something that you can connect them with them. They're gonna see that, like, oh, you actually care. Like, you want to build a relationship. This whole business, you can go on to, like, right now, I could go and create a brand new account with a different email address and just be assigned a coach. Like, I don't have to go to anybody to get a program. I don't have to go to anybody to get Shakeology. But it's not the product that they're buying. It's not the product that they're, buying into. It's you as a person. So you have to connect with them. They have to trust you. You have to build some kind of relationship with them. Otherwise, what's the point? Like, you might as well just give them the Beachbody website and be like, here, go here and buy this, because like, I'm useless to you. You want to build relationship with these people. You want them to feel like you care about them. And that's why you want to have common interests and you want to have things to talk to them about. The other thing is form, which, hang on a second. I don't know if you guys have seen this or if it's been talked about or if you guys remember it from coach trainings, but you want to talk to them. Like, forming them basically means just asking questions, like be more interested than interesting, like talk less. If they ask a question about you, answer it. Don't be like, no, I have to ask you more questions. Like, answer their questions. But you want to show genuine, heartfelt interest in who these people are. I have had so many conversations with people, and this is weird because most of them have actually been on the phone. These really heartfelt, in-depth conversations have been on the phone. And I don't really like talking on the phone. But I've gotten on the phone and I talk to these women and they break down and cry because of how distraught they are with where their life is and where they wish it was. And if I didn't ask those questions, if I didn't put myself out there, they would feel still alone. The two people that this has happened with, they're not challengers of mine still. They aren't ready yet, but that's okay because I know enough to know that I need to check in with them, that I need to talk to them, that eventually they will be ready. And they know that despite the fact that it's been months since we had that initial conversation, I'm still here. I will always be here for them when they're ready. And if you just reach out to somebody and you're like, hey, buy a challenge pack, well, then you really have created no trust. You've created no relationship, no nothing. You want to create value. You want them to know that you're the go-to person. So when you're talking about forming them, you want to ask them about their family. You want to ask them about their occupation. So what do you do for a living? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Do you work outside the home? What are your hours like? Do you like your job? Find out about them. You want to find out about their recreation. So what do they do in their spare time? If you're talking to moms, I rarely get anything other than hanging out with my kids. So, but dig deeper. They have more to them than just what they're putting off. Everybody is somebody. And sometimes it takes us asking them that and being there for them to really think about who am I? What am I about? What do I have to offer? What am I aside from a mom? What am I aside from a wife? Sometimes it's us that helps them get to that identity forming. And then, that's when you get to find out more about them and how Beachbody could help them and how a challenge group could help them. And after you've done all of those things and found out all of these things, it's much easier to go to them and message them about, hey, I have this free group coming up and you mentioned this before and I really think that it would help you. Hey, you mentioned that you were having financial issues or you really hated your job. I don't know if you would be interested at all, but this. Don't do it in the same conversation. Don't have a 10-minute conversation with somebody, ask them all these questions and then be like, okay, so here. Spend time with them. Spend time getting to know them, talking to them, and really investing your time. I know that people look at time is money, but this business isn't something that can be built overnight, and it's not something that can be built without connection. And you can't connect with somebody in 10 minutes. You can't get down to the level of think of where you guys were. I know when I think of where I was the bottom, like hellhole type situation. Like I felt like shit. And when I think of that, when I think of where I was a year ago, 2 years ago, those are the people that I'm talking to. I'm talking to me 2 years ago. That's my market. So if somebody came up to me 2 years ago and they were like, hey, so I see you on a small group, want to buy a challenge pack? I'd be like, no, get away from me. Like, don't talk to me. And I'd be mad. I'd block them and delete them. Like that would be what would happen. So I have to look at, how do I want to be treated? How would that old me want to be treated? I mean, now I'm like, I can't live without my fitness, and I am interested in all of those things. So if somebody was like, hey, like I'm doing this fitness thing, want to like join me? I probably wouldn't be as turned off by it because it's something that I'm into. But we're talking people that like need this, people that you're changing their life. Like it's not just a sale. It's not just a Success Club point. Like we're changing people's lives. So you have to put so much effort into finding out what they are about, because they're not a sale. They are a person with a story of their own and a struggle of their own that you get to actually help fix. And that's pretty cool. I mean, when I went on the Diamond Retreat, we actually had to make a video for Bonnie. And this wasn't included, thank gracious, in the video. But one of the questions was, what has Bonnie done for you? And I totally was not expecting, like, I'm not a crier. I'm not an emotional person. I'm one of those people that's like, let's put all emotions like in a closet somewhere far away. But I literally sat and was like, I don't even know what to say. And then as I started talking, I couldn't talk anymore. I just was like crying, thinking about where my life was. So you could be part of that. You could be part of that, 1-2 year journey of somebody going from total hell to feeling like nothing can break them. And that's what you have to think of when you're talking to not only cold market people, but anybody. Like, it doesn't matter if there's somebody that you went to high school with and just haven't talked to in a really long time. Or maybe there was somebody that you went to high school with, but you really were never friends with. You still know them, but you should never put that off and pretend like it doesn't matter. You still, like, lives change, people change. I was not 200 pounds plus in high school. I was less than I weigh now, but that's not the point. So if somebody looked at me and was like, oh, well, why do I need to figure out what your problem is? You were fine the last time I talked to you. Well, what happens in 10 years? Like, so it doesn't matter how well you know somebody or how long you've known them. There's always something that you can help them with. So you have to make sure that you're constantly asking questions. And no question's a dumb question, because they'll probably just overlook it if they think that it's dumb. They're not going to get mad at you. But that's how you're going to continue a conversation. The more questions you ask, the more interest they're going to feel like you actually care. They're going to not feel like just a sale. By the time that you ask them to join a challenge group or come to a sneak peek into coaching or join a free clean eating group, they're not going to think about, oh, well, they just want money. They're going to think about, they just literally spent all of this time figuring out who I was, and they care. This is just something that they feel like could help me, and they're going to trust you, and then they're actually going to give it some thought. So I hope that helps. I hope that answers some questions, helps you guys kind of like see the steps of cold market. Do you guys have any questions? You can unmute yourselves. I'm going to not share my screen anymore. Okay, that's better. I feel like I'm talking to letters when I share my screen, and it's weird.